Robert Norman Ross, otherwise known as Bob Ross, was an American television personality, most known for The Joy of Painting. His iconic permed hair, dress shirt, and calm, friendly demeanor would make him a legend in American pop history. Bob was born in 1942 in Dayton, Florida. As a young child, Bob spent most of his time taking care of small injured animals that his family had adopted. One of these animals, a small squirrel named Peapod, would later feature in one of his TV shows. In the ninth grade, Bob dropped out of school to help his father as a carpenter. At the age of 18, he would leave his family to join the Air Force, where he would serve for 20 years. Later on in his career, Bob was transferred to Alaska, where he saw snow for the first time. Alaska would be one of his major influences and is what pushed him into painting. At the time, Bob discovered a TV show called The Magic of Oil Painting, hosted by Bill Alexander. Alexander used an oil-on-oil painting, more commonly referred to as wet-on-wet. This allowed an artist to paint directly on top of a first layer before it had dried, meaning a painting could be completed within 30 minutes. While working for the Air Force as a medical records technician, Bob also held a part-time job at a small bar. During his spare time, Bob took what he learned from Bill Alexander and painted landscapes onto novelty gold pans that he would sell at the bar. As his work got better and he started to make money off of it, Bob decided to pursue his passion. He traveled back to Florida to study under his idol, Bill Alexander. He would join the Alexander Magic Art Supplies Company and become a traveling tutor and salesman. It was on one of these trips that Bob met Annette Kowalski. Annette noticed something about Bob and his ability to captivate an audience. She knew he could be so much more, so she convinced him to start up his own traveling paint workshops and invested her life savings into the startup. A short ad for the workshops was noticed by the public broadcasting station. They asked Bob if he would do a TV show, and thus was born The Joy of Painting. The show would run from 1983 until 1994. At one point, Bob told Annette that he would stay up all night, laying in bed, and going through every single brushstroke of the painting he would do the next day. His 30-minute painting technique was a success with many viewers, but it was Bob's personality and unique look that would pull people in and get them to stay. Much like his friendly random trees, Bob would sprinkle encouraging messages throughout his lessons and would be remembered for many years afterwards for them. Sadly, Bob passed away in 1995 of lymphoma at the age of 52. His cultural impact lives on to this day. Since his death, Ross has been embedded in multiple instances of pop culture. Commenting for a 2017 news story about him, entertainment website Screen Rant would note that the artist continues to have one of the most remarkable second lives of any media figure of the past several decades. Google celebrated the 70th anniversary of his birth with a Google Doodle on October 29, 2012. It portrayed Ross painting a depiction of the letter G with a landscape in the background. In 2015, Bob Ross was included in a commercial for Sherwin-Williams Paint, along with Leonardo da Vinci, Andy Warhol, Michelangelo, and Vincent van Gogh. In June 2016, Ross's series Beauty is Everywhere was added to the Netflix lineup. The 30-minute episodes are taken from seasons 20 to 22 of the original series Joy of Painting. In 2017, a board game titled Bob Ross: The Art of Chill was released and carried by Target. In 2017, a spoof of Bob Ross and his TV show The Joy of Painting was used as the basis of a teaser trailer for the movie Deadpool 2. Bob Ross served as not only a great landscape painter and television show host, but as a great inspiration to many through his affable personality and encouragement to his friends and viewers. The Joy of Painting is not just about painting. It is truly about the celebration and joy of the inner talent and abilities each person has, whether they know it or not.